Hello and welcome to an episode of All the Mods 10, episode 1. I just loaded in here to New World. Got things on hard setting so we can make use of some of those mechanics, and then I'm trying out some of the shaders that came in the pack. So we'll see how that goes, whether or not the machine can handle it without kicking up too much of a fuss. Looking at the map here, I think I'm probably going to explore a little bit here over into the, plains area, and just see if I can't find a nice spot to kind of set up a little bit of an initial base, and get some necessities set up here before we do a little bit more exploration to see if that's where we want to set up permanently or not. But I do kind of like this magical forest here that's next door. But like I said, I'm gonna kind of explore over here a little bit and just see what we find. So come back after a bit of exploration. So this area kind of looks nice. That's over there where we spawned in. Got the nice magic forest and some various different forests and a nice kind of cliffside over there with the kind of jungly setup. So this might be a decent place. Got a little bit of wood here. I'll probably chop a few more trees and get some tools and then kind of burrow into a hill for the night. Okay, we're just over from spawn a little bit more and have found a fairly nice cliffside here. I think I'll probably start out over here. I did get just a little bit of coal here. I need to probably get just a little bit more wood here before it gets too dark, and basically just settle down for the night. Alright, and we are back here. I've got a little bit of a area dug out here. The door down here leads over, spawn is kind of over that direction. That's the river and kind of the area that I think we spent the night right over there last time, and then came back over here. So I've done some more digging out, and just kind of wanted to see what was over the hill here, and found a nice little area over here. I've kind of taken a peek around a little bit. There's some nice terrain over there, some kind of hills or kind of, I don't know, looks kind of like a stick with a spinning plate or on top of it. Yeah, so we got some of that here. We've got a town over here that I kind of explored. Looks like an old, that actually looks like an old mine colonies city, destroyed or ruined one, so might have to take a look at that here in just a bit. Basically I'm probably just gonna do some chopping of wood, mining, and all that, kind of pad out the resources that we've got here, and get prepped and ready so that we can start adding to. I'd kind of like to add maybe like a little exterior face to that side of things, ladder to get down and the like, and then maybe this side we do more of a stairway down into things, and then just kind of start building some houses or various buildings out there. So I will get that kind of prepped up, and we will see where we go from there. Alright, was able to go out and get some clay balls here, mine up a bunch of those, mine some terracotta and the like, and then got some more copper and the like, and then was able to make up some botany pots here. just have them going with some oak saplings, and then just kind of going into chests here. We'll probably replace these with drawers here eventually, maybe try and speed them up a bit, and eventually just replace them with other farming methods, but I figured this would be kind of a good way to get some logs here set up. And I've got this particular chunk loaded, so I can just kind of let this sit while I go out and do some mining, and come back and have, you know, a little bit of something to start kind of building out something with, without having to do too much of the chopping myself. So I will work on getting probably a mine set up here somewhere below, and just kind of mine up a bunch of resources. Alright, so I came back from mining, got a decent amount of materials here, and then have been starting to work on just a little bit of a balcony here for the kind of the entrance from spawn. I kind of tried a couple different things here. Not entirely certain if I like the setup that I've got here. Just kind of trying a couple different things with the sawmill. So next up here is to try these oak balconies. Looks like that looks a little bit better, and you can't get into it. I'll have to maybe figure out what I want to do there. But yeah, that definitely looks a lot better than these things do. And then I've got a little bit of a kind of just stairs here right now leading up into it, and we'll probably put a bit of a roof on here. I did kind of create a couple of roof balcony items here. First time using this setup, so I'll have to figure out, yep, there's going to be a learning curve here, figuring out just exactly how we want to put these on. But I was kind of figuring something maybe like this, and then we can kind of start to come down here to see how it works out, but just kind of something like that, and then we'll keep coming down here and it'll kind of come over the top. We might come down another couple and then kind of go out from there, but we'll have to see how it goes. You know, so I'll put these back in place and kind of keep going here, and yeah, this is looking a lot nicer. Yep. Yeah, this definitely looks a lot nicer. So I'll go ahead and kind of work more on this, clean things up, and then try and get a roof kind of over this whole thing. We'll have to play around. That is probably not going to stay. I'll probably figure something else out, but I'm not much of a builder, so we'll see where this goes and see how this works out. But I'll kind of get something else here, you know, set up, and we'll figure out what we want to do. I kind of like the idea of having a bunch of these things kind of jutting out from the wall, from the mountain here, and then just kind of having rooms inside the mountain and maybe some various different buildings down below that we can look at. And I think here over on the other side of the mountain, so if we were to kind of clear out this whole area here, I think it would work out decently well. Let's see here. Yeah, there's a decent amount of space here that we could maybe build buildings in, and or say like start a mine colony set up here. These things would be a bit of an issue just due to all the mobs that are going to spawn underneath them, but we'll have to see. We might build up a wall or something like that and hire a bunch of guards and the like, but we'll have to see. So that might be a decent area, because that's kind of a nice flat area. Over here might be decent as well, because this kind of area is decently flat, so it might be something that we could kind of throw up something there, but we'll have to see. That will probably be it for this episode. I'm going to try and keep the first one here a little bit shorter. Might try to keep these episodes a little bit shorter than some of my other series. It just depends. We will see where things go. Well, that's it for today's episode, so thanks a bunch for watching, and remember, resistance is futile.